Hello everyone, this is Kingzilla50 back with a video, and since I have never done a Godzilla figure review for a very long time, now I think it's time to actually do one. And oh boy, is today's toy review very special. Today we'll be taking a look at Keizer Ghidorah. Yeah, this figure is the ultimate badass out of them all. So Keizer Ghidorah here first showed in Godzilla Final Wars, as Monster X, and then transformed into Keizer Ghidorah. He was from that movie, until he got defeated by Godzilla, from Final Wars. And this figure is just awesome. I think Bandai did a very good job on this figure. It is one of my favorite Godzilla figures in my collection, and it's one of my favorite Godzilla Bandai figures till today. I've always been wanting this figure for ages, and you can tell why. I finally picked up one. This guy was selling a bunch of Godzilla stuff on the internet, and he only charged this for like $50 for it, so I was actually the one who got the cheapest Keizer Ghidorah. I think many people have got cheaper versions, well, I'm not really too sure. But if no one has got a cheaper version, I got the cheapest then. I only paid $50 for this guy. And that's pretty special for just this one figure. So, you can tell that he's pretty freaking huge, because here are the Godzilla vs. Kong boxes I have, with the big boxes to the Godzilla vs. Kong figures. And this guy is just huge, like, he dominates some shelf space. So, yeah, he's really awesome. Now let's go on to detail. This figure just looks amazing. I love the gold, and also it looks a lot like King Ghidorah. A lot. Right here. I'm not too sure if I'll be getting the Monster X figure. I will be hunting for that one, but unfortunately I don't really think I might get that one, because it's way too expensive and a bit hard to find, and the guy didn't even have a Monster X. But I hope I do get the Monster X, maybe if I go to G-Fest, which is not until very long time, because I don't live in Chicago, unfortunately, but I might be able to find the Monster X there. But, really, I don't have the Monster X, I only have this one, unfortunately. But I'm glad I have this one, because this one's one of my favorites, so, oops. So, I really like the detail on this guy. As you can tell, it looks a lot like, Keizer Ghidorah from, Godzilla Final Wars. Here's the copyright information. Focus. Yeah, 2004. Yeah, right here. It also says, Toho Co. Ltd. Bandai 2004, made in China, and also has this number right there. So, I think I'm not too sure what kind of number that is about the Godzilla Bandai figures. I think that's how many figures they've made, I'm pretty sure. But, I also like the mouths. If you can tell in the mouths, they're kind of different. Of course, this one has a closed mouth, this one has an open mouth, and this one's mouth is a little bit open, but however, I don't think he's not like that one where it's opened. But, yeah. Also, I'm gonna warn people about getting this figure, is that the rings, as you can tell, they're made from, and you can also tell they're kind of bendy, as you can tell. Now, because that is vinyl, if you give this to like a very young person, the wings might break, and especially if you play with it. I wouldn't recommend this one being a toy, really. I really recommend this being a collectibles item than a toy, because the wings can break when you actually play with it. Like if you baby the hell out of it, then they're gonna break. So I wouldn't recommend like playing with it or doing anything stupid with it, but that's only for the wing area right here. So, and if you have a broken wing, a Keizer Ghidorah with a broken wing, well, you're done for. So, anyway, let's move on to articulation. Keizer Ghidorah has a lot of articulation. You're going to get a lot of this one Bandai figure. Of course, the heads, the necks do rotate, as you can tell, right there. So, yeah, the necks do articulate, and also the heads also rotate around like that. And yeah, the other one can. And also the legs. These legs do go 360. I'm pretty sure. I don't really want to, but yeah, they do. And also the feet can go around like that. And also the tails. The two tails actually do move. They go right like that. They do make this weird noise. So yeah. So really, this Keizer Ghidorah has a lot of articulation that you're going to get out of him. And especially for one Bandai figure, that's a lot of articulation. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think he has like 12 bits of articulation, which is a lot for a Bandai figure. Like you would expect just only the legs or the arms to move, or maybe the heads or the tails, but with the Keizer Ghidorah, he has tons of movement. Now let's compare him to some other Godzilla Final Wars figures. Let me just move it right here. Let's compare him to some other figures. Let's start off with Final Wars figures. We got to bring in Anguirus here. Anguirus, Final Wars. And also Rodan here from Final Wars. And this guy, since he's really huge, he dominates the Bandai figures. And also that big 8-inch Godzilla, I think he might be up to like here. But I don't have any Godzilla Bandai figure for Final Wars, like the 8-inch one. But as you can tell, Keizer Ghidorah is pretty big for the Godzilla monsters. Here's a Godzilla Final Wars figure, and this is a small one. It's the only one I really have, and you can tell he's really small, so I wouldn't really... I actually did put him with my asking questions video, like a comparison. Let's put in another rare Godzilla figure. Here's Godzilla 1968 paint tag. And again, Keizer Ghidorah is very big, so... yeah, goodbye Godzilla 68. Now let's go to the last figures we're going to go to is two really rare ones. Well, I think one of them's pretty rare and the other's not really. The one that's not really is Godzilla GMK, and he's a big one. And Keizer Ghidorah is big, but Godzilla GMK is almost up to Keizer Ghidorah. But still though, because of the big necks, Keizer Ghidorah is bigger than Godzilla GMK, as you can tell. And the last figure that we'll be comparing to is Auger. I managed to stick the shell on, or the thing on his back. And Keizer Ghidorah is big, so basically Keizer Ghidorah wins against all the monsters. So I would recommend you picking... So, what do I do, or what do I recommend you to do when you pick this guy up? Really, I really like you to pick him up. Well, that's if you want to anyway, if you find this figure interesting, or if you're a diehard Godzilla collector. So, Keizer Ghidorah definitely gets a 10 out of 10. It is an amazing Bandai figure. He gets a 10 out of 10 because he's amazing. Definitely one of my favourite Bandai Godzilla figures in my collection. And also my favourite Godzilla figures in my collection. So, this Keizer Ghidorah figure is one of my favourite figures. He is amazing. I do recommend picking this guy up. Unfortunately, he goes for very expensive prices on the internet. So, I'm not too sure. You have to be lucky in order to get a cheaper one. But the cheaper ones probably cost under $60 or $70 for a cheaper one. Thank God I got mine for $50, so I would recommend getting this guy at G-Fest, because the dealers might sell him for quite cheap price. You can just bargain with them. And really, so on the internet, Keizer Ghidorah is on for I think it's like 150. Yeah, Kaiser Ghidorah is probably under 150 if you try to shop him on the internet. Showcase.kaiju has him for like $100, which is quite expensive. So 160 shipping, really, to my country, really. And, to get him at G-Fest, he might be $70 or $80, but you had to, deal with the dealer for him if you want a cheaper version. What else? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the places where you can get this guy. I think that's pretty much it. But really, he's a rare Godzilla figure. One time I saw him on the internet going for $2,000 or $7,000. I know, he's very expensive. He's a very sought-after Bandai Godzilla figure. And, that's why I'm really glad to have him. And I only paid $50 for this guy, so that's a win-win for me. But that's pretty much it for the review. That's Kaiser Ghidorah, or Keizer, whatever you want to call him. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and goodbye.